Hey everyone, welcome. We're about to dive into something that's basically a secret weapon for your career, business etiquette. And no, it's not about memorizing some old, stuffy rule book. It's about getting a handle on those unwritten rules, the ones that really lead to success. So let's just jump right in with a big question.
So think about it. Are your skills, on their own, really enough to guarantee success? I mean, you spend years getting great at what you do, right? Becoming an expert. But what if I told you that's just half the battle? The other half, and it's just as important, is how you handle yourself, how you navigate the professional world with a bit of grace and respect. That's what etiquette is all about. It's what makes all those hard skills you have actually shine.
And that's exactly where etiquette comes into play. Again, this isn't about being old-fashioned or stuffy. It's really the art of just smooth, civilized interaction. You can think of it as a way of behaving that shows other people you actually value their time and what they bring to the table. And let's be real. In today's competitive world, mastering this is what's going to make you stand out from the crowd.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about why etiquette is so important. Then, we'll get into how to manage your manager intelligently. After that, digital communication etiquette, the art of dealing with coworkers, and finally, making that first impression stick. Let's do it.
Okay, first up, managing your manager with skill. Seriously, this can be one of the most powerful skills you ever develop. It's really all about understanding different personalities and then, tweaking your own approach to match. So let's be real for a second. We've all heard the horror stories, or maybe you've even had a manager who was, well, difficult. But here's the thing. You don't have to feel stuck. The key is to have a strategy. There are actually some really smart ways to handle even the toughest bosses.
Let's take the classic stubborn manager. The strategy for this one is pretty brilliant, actually, because it's all about psychology. Rule number 1, never challenge them in front of other people. The second you do that, they get defensive and just dig their heels in even more. Instead, you wait. You pick a good time to talk to them in private. And most importantly, you come prepared with facts and data to back up your point. That way, it's not a confrontation. It's a productive, logical discussion.
Okay, but what about the procrastinating manager? You know the type, the one who always puts things off? The approach here is what I'd call a gentle but firm push. You gotta be patient and diplomatic, for sure. But you also have to keep following up, politely of course, and you have to clearly explain why it's so urgent and what happens if it doesn't get done. See? You're not nagging, you're just managing up.
Of course, not all managers are difficult. On the flip side, you might have a democratic manager. Now, this is a totally different ballgame. It's a huge opportunity for you to really shine. With this type of manager, the key is to always respect their final call, but also to take total ownership of your own decisions. And when you give your opinion, make sure it's honest and positive. That's how you build real trust and become someone they can't do without.
All right, let's shift gears. Next up is digital communication etiquette. And this is a big one. In the world we live in now, the way you write an email or answer the phone can literally make or break your professional reputation.
So, let's talk email. First rule, and it's so simple but so powerful, always use a clear, direct subject line. Just think about it from their side. It saves them time, stops your message from getting buried, and it instantly shows that you're focused, organized, and that you respect their time. It's a no-brainer.
And here's a big one to avoid, the dreaded reply all button. Please use it only when every single person on that email chain absolutely needs to see your answer. When you overuse it, you're just clogging up everyone's inbox, wasting a ton of time, and honestly, it can make you look like you're not focused. So be selective.
Okay, this next one is pretty much non-negotiable if you want to be seen as a professional. Always use formal titles like Mr. or Ms. with a proper greeting and a proper closing. That is, unless someone has specifically told you to be more casual. It's such a small thing, but it shows a huge amount of respect and sets the right tone right from the very beginning.
Now, what about phone calls? I really like how this chart breaks it down because it's a shared responsibility, right? It's like a two-way street. If you're the one making the call, it's on you to be clear, get to the point, and be fully present, no multitasking. And if you're the one receiving the call, your job is to be friendly and help the conversation along. Or, and this is important, politely say you're busy and find another time. It's all about mutual respect.
All right, let's get into our third section. This is all about the art of getting along with your colleagues. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Your relationships with the people you work with can totally make or break your experience at a job, and even your long-term success.
So, what does it take to build those positive relationships? Well, it really comes down to 4 basic things. 1. Be objective and actually listen to constructive feedback.
2. Be humble. Nobody likes arrogance. 3. Try to stay calm even when things get stressful. And 4, and this is a big one, always respect people's time and their deadlines. These aren't just suggestions, they're the absolute foundation of trust at work.
And here's the real payoff. Why this matters so much. When you master this stuff, you're not just being a good colleague. You're literally building a network of allies. Think about it. When people genuinely respect and trust you, they're way more likely to have your back, to want to work with you, and, this is the best part, to speak up for your ideas even when you're not there to defend them yourself.
Okay, we've made it to our final section, and it is a huge one, the first impression. You know that old saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression? Well, it has never been more true than in the professional world.
This image is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, because even something as simple as how you sit sends a message. Just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got slouching, which just screams, I'm not confident or I'm not interested. But on the other, sitting upright, that shows you're engaged, you're confident, you're professional. It's all about that silent language your body is speaking.
And don't forget about greetings and goodbyes. Those are critical moments. A firm handshake, not a bone crusher, but a confident one, and a real, genuine smile can leave such a lasting positive vibe. It just signals warmth, confidence, and respect, and it sets the stage for everything that comes after.
When it comes to a professional appearance, it's really all about the little details. You can break it down into 3 simple things. First, basic personal hygiene. We're talking clean hair, fresh breath, the works. Second, wearing clothes that are clean and actually appropriate for your specific workplace. And third, going easy on the cologne or perfume. The goal is just to look polished and put together and to be considerate of the people around you.
So, to wrap all this up, I think this quote really hits the nail on the head. Business etiquette isn't about restrictions. It's the key to building your professional reputation. It's not holding you back. It's the very thing that lets all your other skills and talents truly shine.
And that brings us to the end. So, I want to leave you with one last question to chew on. What's the one habit you're going to start with to boost your own professionalism? Don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one small thing we talked about today and start there. Thanks so much for watching.